Commissioner Calucci?
Present.
Mr. Ellis?
Present.
Commissioner Levy?
Present.
Commissioner Kudian?
Present.
And Commissioner Trahan.
Present. Minutes of previous meeting.
So moved. Second motion.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion on the motion. Roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Calucci?
Yes.
Commissioner Ellis?
No.
Commissioner Levy?
Yes.
Commissioner Kudian?
Yes.
And Commissioner Trahan.
Yes. Project update. Who's taking it for Bob Tina?
I'll take it.
Anthony? Great.
So Bob Teener's on vacation in other states, so he asked me to provide you with an oral report tonight. The wastewater treatment plant met all federal and state permit requirements for the month of July with an average daily flow of 17.89 million gallons a day. BOD and TSS loading were normal removal, 95 and 94% respectively. The rainfall total for the month was 5.13 inches. There was 579 tons of sludge which was processed, and I think everything's going well now.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Anthony? Okay, thank you, Anthony. You got a question, Dave?
No.
okay.
I do, but not right now.
All right. Water treatment plant. Rick,
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The Water and Sewer Commission is in compliance with all federal and state drinking water regulations. The water supply capacity as of yesterday was 76%. The average for this time of year is 72%. 9 of the 10 positions at the water treatment plant for the contract are currently filled. There still remains one operating position that's open. That position has been open since February 16th. Veolia Water has interviewed several people for the job, but they've not been able to fill it yet. And Mark Lane is still on part-time to fill in any open shifts we operate on the laboratory as needed. That's my report.
any questions for Rick? Dave?
How's the chlorine removal going?
Right now, the chlorine project has been tabled. So the design drawings are ready.
How did it get tabled? What's caused it to be tabled?
There's a discussion held at the commission meeting with Weston and Simpson, and I believe that the decision by the board was to table it.
We were having discussion, and so they tabled discussion on the issue. They didn't table the whole project in the contract. They ended discussion. It was a way to end discussion and move forward.
Whatever the wish of the board is, right now, we have design plans.
That's what the wish of the board was. We got that letter from all the city councilors, including Councilor Calucci that's here, that for the safety of the community, we should remove the chlorine. We started at the wastewater plant and removed it for the same reason that we removed it there, and the safety issues around having gaseous chlorine that they are dropping on people in the Middle East, that we shouldn't have it here. So that was just an ending of discussion. So you have that project you worked on for about a year with the drinking water department of the Mass DEP, and you can move forward with that.
Anthony, you got some
Yeah, so
information.
Rick is correct. I think the last time it was brought to the commission, Weston and Sampson did a presentation on it. And at that time, the board had chosen to wait on doing it, moving forward with it. And that's the status right now. If we were to start this back up again, we would probably have to re-engage them. And
Nobody used that language. There was no effort to end the contract and stop the work. We were having discussion. It was brought up under discussion, so.
Tabling it
if you
don't
ta-
necessarily mean-
So if you table discussion, you just ended discussion.
Mr. Chairman, I think if I remember correctly, Walter made a motion that we not accept it because of the money part of it.
That's right.
And we all voted not to accept it.
That's right.
That's all. it
That's
went.
right.
I didn't see that happen.
Okay,
Maybe we're at a different meeting.
You look up the minutes, you'll see.
yeah. So we'll,
So-
I believe that-
Anthony,
so-
can you
Lacey is
look
correct.
this up and get
That's
it
my
straightened
report.
out a little bit for the
Anthony,
next meeting?
Anthony, can you give the report to all the commissioners that we got? Some of them weren't here when we got the report, and the letter from the city council saying it should be removed. And the report showed, and we have it on file, and I know you have a copy of it, that shows the impact of what could happen from that. After 9/11, people learned, and everybody has taken it out, and we're the last ones that haven't taken it out. There shouldn't be a cloud released from there to Nahat, or where Dan Cahill lives, because you have a release of those.
All right, Anthony's going to
You
look
take
it
care
up
of
for the
that?
next meeting.
Sure.
Okay, we need a CSO update.
Sure, I'll take that. So the design documents were submitted to the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection to comply with our court order, which was, the schedule was to be submitted by July 31st of this year, which they were done. These documents included 100% of the design drawings for the technical specifications for Phase 1 and 60% design drawings for the specifications for Phases 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they've been delivered. So we'll wait for their review to get back to us on moving forward with that. The approximate cost of Phase 1 is approximately about $17 million. Once that goes to bid, we expect the construction to begin around March or April of 2020. We also have Dave Van Hoven from Stantec here, if there's any questions for the board.
Go, Dave.
At our last meeting, we had an update about a meeting that you had with DEP. And at that meeting, you discussed about the project and delaying the project. Why didn't you inform the board of this?
There is no delay of the project.
There was PowerPoints and documents presented that this committee, the Lynn Water and Sewer Committee, has never seen. And you went forward and you were asking to delay the implementation of the project. And that has not been brought before us, and we haven't voted and we haven't decided to do that.
Yeah, so there are no documents currently to do that. We did have a discussion with DEP and EPA on the progress of the CSO project, and that was to continue with the deliverables that were delivered July 31st. But it's certainly a complex project that's had a lot of different iterations to it, a lot of changes to it. So I think as we move forward, I think it's something that's dynamically going to change all the time.
If there were changes, you should bring that before the board. If you think there's going to be changes, then you should not decide to change things on your own.
Currently, again, Dave, as I just said, there aren't any changes currently. They wanted the deliverables done by July 31st. Dave Van Hoven, again, he was at the meeting. Those deliverables were met, and it's in a review process right now.
We have a schedule with them, and there shouldn't be delays past that schedule, and they don't have the flexibility to delay.
Yeah.
But I talked to Kevin, and that's what he relayed to me, and I'm relaying it to you, that when they're meeting with them, we should get those documents so we know what's happening at those meetings.
Can you give us that document when you get them, please?
Sure, but again...
And can you give the documents from the last meeting you had with them? Because your update that you gave us did not discuss any of that, and we should have seen that presentation, the PowerPoint and all that other stuff. Because we don't want it, this is the type of stuff that caused the last project to fail. So we have to be involved.
Right.
Don't become the staff before that took it all on them and thought they were doing the right thing, and then we had a failed project.
Okay, new business. Go ahead, Dave.
Neil, did you get to go down to that Barnum Street or contact GE about the grass they're cutting down there on Barnum Street and it's getting into our system, or?
No, I didn't. We did take care of a backup on Barnum Street last month after one of the heavy rains.
Okay, because they're cutting it, and the contractors, it's growing like hay down there, and it's getting fertilized because there's raw sewage going out in the street. And so after a heavy rain, you want to go down there, because I took pictures. There's a lot of toilet paper, and there's human feces and stuff mixed in there, and you can smell it. It's bad. So
This was after the last rainstorm we had last week.
I don't think it was last week's, but I got the pictures of them I can show you. And so you can see the macerated toilet paper. That's an indication that it's not from ducts and other things, and you can smell it.
That's one of our problem areas, and we...
Always has been. Always has been. Hopefully it'll get corrected by the new project that we're gonna do. But until then, it's a health hazard. I was chairman of public health. You can't have raw human waste on the street.
Okay,
Take
any
care of
other,
that if you can.
Yeah, every time we get a call about Bottom Street being back up, we respond.
Thank you.
any other new business? Hearing no other new business, what's the wish of the board?
I got a motion to adjourn.
Hear a second?
A second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.